Hey there, you're seeing my face again, so you already know what time it is. It's time for your daily wake up call right here on DBS this morning. So, good morning, DBS family, and I hope that you're ready to brew that cup of tea and get out of your jammies and put yourself in the right frame of mind for the day ahead. And you know we're here holding your hand, ensuring that you take the right route through that process. So without further ado, we're kicking things off by waking you up in the know with our morning news highlights.
Good morning. Time now for a summary of your top stories. Commerce Minister Emma Hippolyte says the government is doing its best to minimize the global inflation's impact on St. Lucia. She says supply chain issues coupled with the rising fuel costs are posing major challenges.
It's a moment where the entire world is focusing on how we deal with increased prices, increasing fuel prices, shortages as it relates to shipping problems and supply chain. And my message remains the same for St. Lucia. We are at the receiving end because we import quite a bit of our food. We need to start rethinking how we consume imported goods versus local goods. I think that, to me, that's the message. Look around you and see what it is that you can start growing and using in a different way.
St. Lucians have also experienced a shortage in staple products such as flour, rice and sugar. However, the minister attributes this to supply chain problems. Amid daily COVID-19 cases in the past week, St. Lucia has recorded increases in the island's public health indicators. In making the disclosure, Chief Medical Officer Dr. Sharon Belma George said the daily infection rate for the last 7 days is 3.4 per 100,000 population per day, representing a 26% increase from last week, with a 4% average testing positivity rate and a transmission rate of 0.5.
The Ministry of Health is monitoring the global and regional situation, ensuring surveillance measures remain in place. Globally, the COVID-19 cases are increasing, with the steepest increase noted in the United Kingdom. Generally, there is an overall decrease in the United States of America, with some states reporting significant increases. We also note the major outbreak in neighboring Martinique at this time. The sublineages of Omicron BA1 and BA2 are still transmitting intensely across the globe. The number of new deaths globally have remained stable.
To date, there have been over 360 COVID-19 deaths. An appeal has been made to all organizations, public and private sector, to ensure the maintenance of the public health protocols. An appeal for patience from the island's fishermen as the Labour administration attempts to keep its campaign promise to remove the $1.50 fuel excise tax. Fisheries Minister Alfred Prosper was responding to concerns of fishermen over the recent increase in gas prices.
Well, the 150, it is a promise that was made, but he didn't say that it was going to be removed in the first 6 months or in the first year. But I know my Prime Minister is one. When he says it, he will make it happen. But I know at the right time he will make that pronouncement, and that will be done. But I cannot tell you it's going to be this year, it's going to be next year, it's going to be tomorrow. But I know he made that promise, and I know he will live to his promise.
The Fisheries Ministry, meanwhile, will be meeting with representatives of the fishing community to discuss other matters relating to the fisheries subsector. The Cabinet of Ministers came out in their numbers on Monday morning in support of an OECS program to make e-learning services, or devices rather, available to primary school students on the island.
The philosophy that says that there must be equal opportunity for all individuals, every child, in spite of where they are born or where they live, or where their parents come from, or the color of their skin, should have equal opportunity for education in the country of his birth.
And that activity was held at the National Skills Development Center, the NSDC. And those are your top stories. Thanks for watching. Good morning.
All right, that is a wrap for our morning news highlights. In case you're just joining us, don't worry, it is not too late to get in the know. You could join us again at midday or this evening for our subsequent newscast, where our news team is always bringing the latest on what is happening here in St. Lucia. All right, early risers, before we kick it off with the rest of the show, we have to take a quick commercial break, so stay tuned because we will be right back. As you can see right now, we are here with a very lovely young lady, and I'm so happy she could be here. Her name is Omega. Omega, how are you doing this morning?
Hello, I am fine, thank you. How about you?
I'm doing fantastically. And like I mentioned, I'm so happy you're here because even just having my own personal meeting with you before and realizing how much of a bright soul you are and how much positive energy you bring, you had to come on the morning show. There was all right. So my personal description of Omega is kind of like a Cesen Descartes meets Beyonce. The trees are trying to take her from me right now, but it's okay. Nature, Mother Nature, we understand. You want your Omega moment as well, but this is mine. Okay, this is ours. This is the DBS family moment. All right. So if anybody is seeing you for the first time or may not be familiar with who you are, let the people know who is Omega.
I am Omega Alexander, singer, songwriter, performer. You know, a lot of you may know me from the Cesen Descartes song. So that's where I started growing. So let me give you a little background about my music. I started singing from the age of 3. My father used to play music 24/7, and you know, I really liked how the music made me feel. So I sang along. I sang to trees. Maybe that's why Mr. Tree was bothering us.
Remembering you, yes.
So I remember in primary school, a lot of persons didn't know I could have sang. But they wanted us to sing a song, and my brother like point me out, hey, my sister knows that song, and it was Jesus Takes the Wheel, and everybody turned. I was so tiny. Everybody turns around, they look down.
And that's where you were?
That's where I was, and I was shaking. But you know, I had the guts to go at the front, sung my lungs out, and it was like perfect. I think that was my first real audience. So yeah, they were fascinated. Then I went on to secondary school, sang junior calypso, sang at little events, did a lot of karaoke for practice. Yes, and it was from karaoke I was recognized and joined the Spectrum tent, and yeah, that's where my life began.
Now, DBS family, I can only say that Omega is being very humble right now, and it may be time to put her on spot a bit. I know you mentioned that Jesus Take the Wheel was the song that started it off for you. If you remember the lyrics, can you give us a little sample?
Okay. Do I hold the mic or you will hold
the
it?
mic.
Okay, thank you. Mic stand. She was driving last Friday on her way to Cincinnati on a snow white Christmas Eve. Going home to see her mama and her daddy with the baby in the backseat. 50 miles ago when she was running low on faith and gasoline. Can I stop now?
Chills. Chills. Now you guys understand what I say when I say that this lady is so humble. It's amazing how you could just be so talented, especially from the age of 3. Girl, I don't know what I was doing at 3 years old, but I was not starting a music career. I can tell you that much. All right, so I know you mentioned that definitely your family life was a major part of you getting into music in the first place. And I can't help but wonder, along your journey, have there been any artists that really stood out to you or would have contributed to the direction you chose to take with your music?
Yes, I would say Sherwin Dupes. Yes, I have to big up Sherwin Dupes. Like, you know, he really assessed my whole, artistry. Can I say that? And I think he was the first person to listen to like my first song, my first written song, and he told me what I should change and how I should do this and that, and yeah, it was just like really humble of him and great of him for.
All right, so definitely shout out to Dupes because I feel like that's a name that comes up for a lot of young artists in St. Lucia who are trying to find their way and feel their way through the music industry. All right, so When you started out in your career, though, I feel like you were very far away from where you are right now as an artist in terms of your genre. So, maybe give the people a brief history about how Omega started in soca.
So yes, guys, I sang soca before, but I'd say after soca is not like a bad thing, but I didn't really like how it made me feel because I felt like it wasn't for me, because you had to be dressed a certain way. You had to like present yourself a certain way, which was like, that's a no for me. But I'm not saying that soca cannot be inspirational. It's the artist like who can like write songs, music. Because I actually did an inspirational soca called New Beginnings. Yeah, it was. Y'all should go look it up if y'all want to.
Check it out. We're giving you the hookup for some good music. Make sure to check it out. Take that down.
So I'd say my transition from soca to gospel, over the years I've been like assessing myself and like I wanted to do better. And because there are young persons who look up to us and you want to set the example. So I got baptized, by the way. That was last year, June, around June, July. And I realized that music, the kind of music you listen to, has a
The tree is really
yeah.
trying to give you a hug. It's okay, Mr. Tree.
Mr. Chi, I'm just
This-
talking about good stuff.
This
okay?
isn't your time. I'm gonna take her for a second. Thank you so much.
So yes, the kind of music people listen to have a lot to do with what's going on in the world. Some people will say, "Oh, I want the world to be a better place," and they put out music that's saying, "Oh, destroy everything," stuff like that.
Kind of counterproductive.
Yeah. So if you want to make a difference, you be the difference. You start from yourself. Do something that would like influence others to do better. So I decided to go into the gospel. Because can I say that like when I was younger, I used to write little gospel songs. And if somebody tell me, oh, write a love song, I couldn't like get the right lyrics, But yeah, I went to the gospel genre because I have a love for Christ. I mean, I'm here for a reason, for a purpose. And if music is my purpose, how about me just doing good music so people can get closer to God? Yeah. What else do I have to say?
All right. Well, in terms of what else you have to say, what about your most recent song? I know there's the music video out for it as well. So tell us a bit about how that project came together.
Oh, so it is called Worthy. Yes. Can I say how the song came about? Yeah. So I got the melody from a dream because dreams inspire me because I get melodies from dreams. Things around me inspire me. I got the melody from a dream. I woke up, recorded the melody before I forgot. Then I started writing, and I was going through some phase at the moment, and the lyrics came to me. If I'm stuck in the fire, you will come to save me. And, it speaks about God and how wonderful He is and how loving He is. And I realized that His love for me could have got me out of any situation because, He will not let you go down. So I contacted my manager and we recorded the song, and it's after 4 years the song was released. Yes, and so we got I call that dancers because we wanted to show off the beautiful St. Lucia and the nature, the beautiful nature of St. Lucia that God created. So yeah, so we were doing our little dance in the water, and yeah, it just came out amazing. It was just amazing.
All right, guys, we're going to make sure that Jovan shows you some scenes of the music video while you're watching, but you could also check it out on YouTube. And I think it's fair to say that we need to add that to our list of due projects to show you guys on Fridays when we always kick off your weekend with some positive vibes and some good music. And I feel like Omega really ties in there, so she might have to become a regular on our Friday playlist. All right, Omega. So, you know what? To anybody who's getting to know you right now, or to anybody who has been with you on the journey all these years, what can we expect from you coming up maybe this year or in the near future?
An album.
Ooh, guys, you heard it here first. You heard it here first. Before it hits TMZ, Omega is working on an album.
Guys, so just subscribe to my YouTube, Omega Music 758, Instagram the same, and Facebook. So guys, just follow me there, and any new thing I have to offer you, you will see it there.
All right, guys. I mean, right in line with your inspirational music, before we wrap up for the interview, I just want to know if you have any message for young artists out there or young people who are looking up to you. Like you said, this is something you're conscious about. What would you say to them?
It's okay. It's okay. Okay. It's okay to start from scratch. It's okay to so you know it's okay to start from small in order to reach somewhere, guys. So never stop believing in you. I always say believe in yourself before you allow anybody else to believe in you, and you will be okay. The small steps will take you somewhere. All right?
Welcome back, early risers. As you know, something we pride ourselves on here on DBS is that we ensure that our viewers' needs, even outside of entertainment, are addressed. And yes, that involves ensuring that we give you the best health tips to ensure that you're living a happy, healthy life. Thankfully, our friends over at the Bureau of Health Education always have those tips ready and raring to share with you. So stay tuned because we have those coming up right now.
Hi, my name is Heidi Kodra Jagannath, registered nurse and health educator at the Bureau of Health Education, Ministry of Health, Wellness and Elderly Affairs. Today's focus is food care in persons with diabetes. Food complications are one of the most common conditions in persons with diabetes, which can result in limb amputations. Common food problems may include foot ulcers, athlete's foot, fungal nail infection, calluses, blisters, dry skin, and ingrown toenails. Chronic high levels of blood sugar causes nerve damage, which results in poor blood flow, especially to the feet. This is called peripheral neuropathy. The symptoms include loss of sensation, numbness, pain in the legs or feet, and sensitivity. About 60% of all persons with diabetes will eventually develop peripheral neuropathy. However, following some basic tips can help to reduce your risk of common foot problems and serious complications. Diabetes is complex and it is a daily challenge. Therefore, it is important that you ensure that you eat as healthy as possible, exercise, and take your medication as prescribed. Here are some basic guidelines to help you take care of your feet. Keeping the blood sugar level under control will help in managing diabetes and protect your feet. Carefully inspect your feet on a daily basis. Look for redness, blisters, sores, calluses, and other signs of irritation. Foot checks are especially important if you have poor blood flow or circulation. Visit your closest wellness center or private doctor if you notice any of the following with your feet: changes in skin color or temperature, ankle or feet swelling, the appearance of corns, calluses, ingrown toenails, infected toenails, or dry, cracked skin, leg pain and unusual odor, open sores that are slow to heal or oozing. Wash your feet daily with mild soap, one that will not increase or cause skin dryness, and warm water. Persons with prolonged diabetes are especially prone to dry skin. Avoid soaking your feet for long periods. If you choose to use warm water, test it with your hands first. It is recommended that someone else test the water, and it should be lukewarm. Dry your feet completely after bathing, paying special attention to the areas between the toes. When drying your feet, avoid rubbing as it can cause friction and can irritate the skin. Pat dry preferably. Avoid applying cream between the toes. Once a week, examine your toenails. Trim toenails straight across using a nail clipper. Avoid rounding or trimming down the sides of toenails. Smooth, rough nail edges with an emery board after clipping. Wear shoes with proper padding and support. Preferably, buy shoes in the afternoon. This is when your feet tend to swell. Avoid pointed toes shoes. Round toe shoes are better. Buy shoes at least half a size or one size bigger. This will prevent friction and restrict blood flow. Avoid walking outside and around the house barefooted. Preferably, wear loose, seamless cotton or wool socks. People with diabetes should have a foot examination done at least once a year. However, people with poor foot circulation should have examinations done at least every 3 months. Be proactive and make your appointment today at your wellness center to see a podiatrist for your foot examination. I am Heidi Kodra Jagannath. Thanks for watching.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this morning's Soca Size session. Leading the wine, we have Laurie, Sarah, and Shani. Let's get ready to sweat with Soca Size. For this morning's workout, we will be doing a Bacchanal warm-up routine to Balance Bati by WCK. Let's do this. Four, three, two, swing those hips.
This one is for all those with a marginal butt. Excuse me. Oh my, what's that body? Let's check it.
4,
In
3,
between. Here we
2,
go.
hips going in a circle. 3, 2, 1, and
Concentration on that one now.
4, 3, 2, step out.
They couldn't she cool and deadly. The way how she talks that body.
Switch.
Fellas, she lay down. She do whining none.
4,
Just because she
3,
got that thing that
2,
looking fit
first
and
side,
strong.
and
They couldn't she balance body.
4, 3, 2, next side.
Guys, them a rush. She
Hey,
the one to touch.
4, 3, down and up. Yep, let's go. 8, 8, 8, 8. Your back, squeeze it.
Here we go.
Last one. Side to side with the hip. Woo.
Concentration.
Let's go. 4, 3, 2, circle. 4, 3, 2, step and
Bringing all our friends to party.
4,
Drinking on from rum to
3,
whiskey.
2, switch.
That's dancing all night long.
Hey.
To her favorite song. When
4,
she got that
3,
man and them
2,
won't leave her alone.
good side.
She doing the flip the body. Posing with the laptop passy.
Switch it.
The dog she in the bed.
Hey.
But yes, not yet.
4,
Front and guard,
3, hips down and up and
Here we go.
stroke back, balance back.
Once again.
Let's go.
Stroke back. Balance back. Stroke back. Balance back. Stroke back. Balance back. Middle
One more.
section. Back. Balance back. Stroke back. Balance back. Stroke back. Balance back. Oh my.
Side hips.
What's that bad girl? Good.
4, 3,
Come on.
step and
Advertising her body.
4,
Sight is pure
3,
agony.
2, switch and
Movement she a make the sleepy wake.
4,
Doing up the
3,
style of
2,
Tabaxi
go
with high.
side.
Balance body with emotion.
4, 3, 2, next side.
Guys them a rush. She they want to touch.
4,
Staring at
3,
the back
hips
saying,
down
"This one
and
make you
up
come
and
for it." Hi. Come with it.
last one, push back. Let's go.
Here we go. Stroke back.
Hey.
Stroke back.
Hey.
Stroke back.
Hey.
I got those
One more.
knees. Stroke back.
Hey.
Stroke back.
Hey.
Stroke back.
Hey. Roll the hips.
Oi, oi. Here we go now. Stroke back. Here we go.
4,
Just
3, 2, 1, and that's it. That was our session for today. Thank you for choosing to flaunt with Soca Size. We hope you're feeling sexy, sultry, and strong.
All right, DBS family, that is a wrap for today's show. And although it's sad to see you go, I know you have to get to your duties for the day, as do I. So I'm wishing you a wonderful day. Go off and kill it. Have an awesome one. Reign supreme, if that's how you want to take it today. Wear that crown, wear those fancy earrings, step out and make a statement today. I'll see you tomorrow.